finding the factors of numbers. The first sum is finding the factors, prime factors of 140. And it's a very easy number. We have to use only prime numbers to divide. That is the only catch in this. So 140 can be written as 2 into 2 into 5 into 7. You can start with 2, 2, 5, 7 also. We can change the order also. Whatever number, whatever way we interchange, the value won't change. That is the best part of it. Okay. Then going to the next sum. 156. I do prime factorization. I take the first two numbers 7, remainder 8, and then again 2. 3 times 18, 9. I'll do with 3 table because it's ending with 9. So I'm using the 3 table. Then I get 1 and 3. And 13 it's a prime number. So I end it with it. 156 can be written as 2 into 2 into 3 into 13. And it can also be written as 2 power 2 into 3 into 13. Here also 2 power 2 into 5 into 7. And the next sum is 3, 8, 2, 5. And when I do a division, I start with 5 table because the number ends with 5. So I am doing with 5 table. And I get 7, 35, 32, 6, 2, 5 again. And with 5 table again, 1 time, 26, 5, 15, 3. And 153, it doesn't come in 5 table. So I have to think about a different number. So I can try with 2 again, but the number ends with 3. So any number ending with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 only can be divisible by 2. So I am leaving out 2 and I am trying 3 now. I add up all the digits. 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 3, 9. And 9 comes in 3 table. So I am using 3 table to divide this number. So 3, 5 times and 1. 51, it comes in 13 table. 13? No, it comes in 7 table. 751, no, not in 7 table. Any other table? 17 table. Okay. 17 table. 1, 7, 7, 14, 21. So it comes for 3 times. So 5 square into 3 square into 17. So 3825 can be written as 5 square into 3 square into 17. Okay. Then we go to the next sum number. 5005 divided by, again I am using directly the 5 table because this number is ending with 5. So 1001, and again this number is ending with 1. So I am trying with 2 table. No, it's not possible. With 3 table, when I add the digits 1 plus 1, 2, it doesn't come with 3 table. So I am going to try the next number 5. It doesn't accommodate that. Then 7. 7, it ends with 1. 7, 21, it's possible. So we'll try with 7 table now. 1 time, 3, 30. It comes for 4 times 28 and 21 3 times again. And shall I try it with 11 table now? So when I try with 11 table, 1 time and I get a remainder 3, 33 3 times. 13. 13 is a prime number again. So I can end it with here 13. So 5005 can be written as 5 into 7 into 11 into 13. And then the last number is 7429. And when I do a division, this number again it looks very complicated. 7 plus 4, 11, 11 plus 2, 13, 13 plus 9, 22. So it doesn't come in 3 table and it doesn't come with 5 table and it ends with 9. So can I try 9 table? If I try, with 7 table, 7 1 time, 42 it comes, but 9 it gives a remainder 2. So I can't use 7 table also again. So I am going to try it with 17th table. Okay, because 9 table again, it doesn't accommodate 9, but 19 might come. So we'll try with 17 table first. 17 table, I get 4 time, 3 time and 7 time, and again this is number goes with only 19 table again, and I get 23, and 23 is again a prime number. So this number can be written as 17 into 19 into 23, and all are prime numbers again. That's all. So this is the basic way to find the factors of any given number. Okay. Instead of doing this, we are continuing with Euclid's lemma. Okay, division lemma. Instead of doing all this factorization. Okay, now going back to the second sum and the second exercise, we have to find the LCM and HCF of the given pair, and they are asking to verify what is the relationship between the LCM and HCF and the given numbers. Okay, so the first pair is 26 and 91. Here you can use find factorization method or Euclid's division lemma also, whichever you are comfortable. You can 26 and 91. So when I do factorization, 2 times 1, 13. 13 already it's a prime number, so I end it here. 91, and I'm using, what table can I use? 9 plus 1, 10. So it doesn't come with 3 table also. So can I use 13 table? Yeah, 13th table. 13th table, it comes with 7 times. Okay. So see, 26 can be written as 2 into 13, and 91 can be written as 7 into 13. I have got a common factor in both the numbers, and when I find a common factor, I can identify it as the HCF. If there are more than one common factor, we have to multiply all the common factors and identify it as HCF. Okay. So the HCF here is 13, and the LCM is, I write the common factor only one time, and the remaining numbers, whatever the leftover numbers are there, I am just writing it. So 2 sums are 14, 14 into 13. So product of HCF into LCM is equal to 13 into 13 into 2 sums are 14. So I am writing it directly as 14. Okay. 13 into 13 into 14. Okay. And this comes to be equal to 2366, and we can cross verify it that 26 into 91 is also equal to 2366. We want me to check it out, we can multiply it here again. 1 6 is 6, 9 6 are 54. 1 2 is 2, 2 9s are 18. 6 6 13 2 3 6 6. The same numbers I have got here also. Okay. So you can be very clear about it. The product of two numbers and the LCM and HCF of the two numbers will be always equal, and it's equal, and it's shown, you can prove it. We have proved it here as 2366. Okay, going back to the next sum. The question is 510 and 92. Okay, let us try. If I am trying Euclid's division lemma, again I will get only the HCF. I won't be able to calculate the LCM. So let us do prime factorization method only. Okay. 510 divided by, I am using 2 table only directly. So I get 2 times, remainder 1, 11. So I get 5 times, 10 is 5 again. I am using 5 table again, 5 times 1. 51, it becomes a prime number, so I end it here. 92, I am using 2 table again. This comes for 4 times. 12 comes for 6 times. 2 times, 3 times. 23 is a prime number, so I end it here. So this one I can write it as 510 is equal to 2 into 5 into 51. And this 92 can be written as 2 into 2 into 23. And here only 2 is the common number. So HCF is equal to 2 and LCM is equal to 2 into this 2 HCF, that number I have written 2 one time, this 5 into 51 into the remaining 2 here, this 2. 2 into 23. This makes the LCM. And we can cross check again. 510 into 92 is equal to, and I multiply this and into 2 again, I get the answer, and that is equal to 46920. You can multiply it and cross check it. 46920. Okay, and shall we go to the third sum now? Going back to the third sum, the question is 336 and 54 and 54. So prime factorization, I'm using directly. I can use 2 table also, but I'm using 3 table because all the numbers familiar numbers, so I'm using 3 directly. 1 1 2. Now I'm going back to 2 table. 5 times remainder 1 12 6. Again 2 table, and 1 remainder 16 8. 2 table 1 and 4. 2 table, again I get a remainder 7. Okay, and some it's a prime number, so I end here there. Then 54. Then I'm using 2 table again. 2, I get a remainder 14 7. I'm using 3 table now. 9 3 3. So 336 can be written as how many 2's? 1 2 3 4. 2 power 4 into 3 into 7. Okay, and this 54 can be written as 2 into 3 power 3. So the common factor here is 1 2 and 1 3 for both the numbers. Okay, so HCF is equal to 2 into 3, and the LCM is, I have reminded 2 power 3 is here, and the 1 3 is already multiplied here, so I am leaving off the 3 and multiplying that 7 here. Here I have only 1 2 and it's taken calculated as the HCF, so I am leaving that 2, and here 3 power 3, in that 1 3 has gone already, so 3 power 2 is remaining here. This becomes the LCM and the HCF. And when I multiply these two numbers, 336 into 54, I calculated it before, and it comes equal to 18144, and I multiply these both the numbers. HCF into LCM also is equal to 18144. Okay, I think you got all these things now. Prime factorization, how the LCM and the HCF are related. Okay, and going to the third sum. Find the LCM and the HCF of these 3 numbers. In last sum we did with 2 numbers. Here we are dealing with 3 numbers. And basic 12, prime factorization, 12, 6, 2, 3, 15, and 3, 5. Okay, and 3 and 5 are prime numbers, so I am ending it with this. Okay, and I will do with 3, 7, 3 7 are 21, and so I can write it as 12 is equal to 2 into 2 into 3, and 15 is equal to 3 into 5, 21 is equal to 3 into 7, and the only common factor is 3. So the HCF is 3. Okay, and they asked to find the HCF and LCM also. So the LCM is calculated with all the other numbers. The basic common 3 and 2 2's are 4 here, 2 into 2, 4 here, and the remaining 5 from this number and 7 from here. So I can calculate it as 3 4's are 12, 12 5's are 60, 60 into 7, 6 7's are 42, 420. So the HCF is 3 and the LCM is multiplied as 420. Okay, and the next sum is find the LCM and HCF of 17, 23, 23 and 29. Okay, and I see that all the 3 numbers are prime numbers, so I can write this number 17 as 17 into 1, 23 as 23 into 1, 29 as 29 into 1. So the only common factor is 1. So the HCF is 1. LCM is multiplication, product of all the three numbers. 17 into 23 into 29. That's it. Okay. And it sums to be equal to 11339. The next sum is 8, 9 and 25. 8, 9 and 25. For 8, when I do prime factorization, 4, 2 and 2, and for 9, 3 and 3, for 25, 5 into 5. So this becomes 2 into 2 into 2, and for 9 it becomes 3 into 3, and here 5 into 5. There is no common factor. So again I consider the 1 as the common factor. So I write HCF is equal to 1 and LCM is equal to any common number? No. So I have to write just the product of the three numbers becomes the LCM, and that sums up to be equal to 1800. So I think you have got the basics of LCM and HCF by now. Okay. The fourth sum is the actual sum at the fourth sum is what is the relationship between HCF and LCM and the given numbers. That's what we have been studying from the beginning of this chapter. We are doing that sum here now. HCF of the two numbers 306 and 657 is equal to 9. And the LCM they have not given. For these two numbers they have not given. Let us consider it as x. And what we have known already is the product of the two numbers is equal to product of the LCM and the HCF. So 306 into 657 is equal to 9 into x. I want to find x. LCM I want to find. So let me leave the x there. Bring the 9 here. When it is product of the two numbers, when it crosses the equal to, it becomes division. Everyone knows that. So 306 into 657 divided by 9. Shall I use 3 table to simplify? Instead of directly multiplying and dividing, let me simplify and then multiply it. Okay. So 3 times, 1 time, 0, 2 times. Again I am using 3 table to simplify. 3 times I get a remainder 1, 12, 4 times. So I get 34 into 657. 657 into 34. 28, 20, 22, 24, 25, 26. 3 sevens are 21, 15, 16, 17, 3 6 are 18, 19, 8, 3, 13, 12, 2. So the answer is 2, 2. The LCM is 2233H. So this is one of the important sums you usually get in your board papers. Okay. Going to the fifth sum. 6 power n can end with whether we have to check whether 6 power n, let n be any number, whether will it end with 0. Will it end with 0? It end with 0. This is the question. And we don't know what the n will be. It can be any number. Okay. So I am just considering 6 alone first. I am leaving the n. I am just forgetting the n. Let us consider the 6 alone. 6 can be written as 6 into 2 into 3. Correct? Factors of 6 is 2 into 3. And any number. Okay. Is this a factor of 5 or multiple of 5? No. So we can surely say that this number, when it doesn't have any 5 here, 6 power n, whatever n be, let it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or anything, whatever the power of n be, whatever the n be, it this basic 2 into 3, it is not having 5. 6 doesn't have doesn't have 5 as its factor. So it cannot say it is 6 power n cannot. So 6 power n cannot end with 0. Okay, so the question is answered. Why? This is the basic thing. Only because of this reason, if at all it has 5, one of the number be 5, then it would end with 0. But as this doesn't have any 5 in it, this answer is not having a 0. Okay. The sixth sum of the 6 is, they are asking us to check whether these are all composite numbers. Okay. 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. If you have to check it directly, it's going to be a very tedious process. You have to multiply these 3 numbers and add it with 13. So instead of that, I am going to teach you the easy method. We are going to use Euler's formula here. Okay. Both the numbers have got 13 here. So what I do, I am taking 13 outside. Okay. The remaining is 7 into 11 here into 1. So I am just forgetting it. And here 13 has gone out. So the remaining is 1 here, right? So 13 into 7 into 11 is 77. 77 plus 1, 78. So 13 into 78. Is this a composite number? Yes. So it becomes a composite number. Okay. Then the next number is 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5. Okay. Here again I have 5 and here a 5. These two are common numbers. So I am taking 5 outside. The remaining numbers are 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1 plus this 1. Okay. Then sum 6 are 42. 42. Here this number 42. Okay. 3 4s are 12. 12 2s are 24. 42 into 24. 42 into 24. 2 4s are 8. 4 4s are 16. 2 2s are 4. 2 4s are 8. 8, 10, 10. So I get 1008 plus 1, 1009 here into 5. Okay. And again I see that both the numbers are one is a prime number, the other is a composite number. So the product of these two numbers becomes a composite number. Number only. Okay. This is the answer for these two sums. Instead of multiplying all the numbers, I am taking 5 out and then using it so that the calculation becomes very easy. The sum and sum in the exercise, the last sum also. It's a statement sum. It says about 2 people, Sonia and Ravi. They are driving around a field. Okay. And Sonia takes 18 minutes. Sonia takes 18 minutes. And Ravi takes 12 minutes. Okay. And you will be thinking whether I have to find, what should I find? Nothing is there. Or how do I connect and what should I find? We have to find at what time both of them comes to the starting point. This point, they are starting here. He takes 18 minutes to go around. Sonia takes 18 minutes to go around. Ravi takes 12 minutes to go around. At what minute, at what time will both of them reach? To find that, we are going to find the LCM of these two numbers. Okay, HCF, while we have to find the lowest number of rows or columns, we used HCF. To find at what time both of them will reach, meet at the same point, we are using LCM. Okay. On day-to-day life, we have to think where you have to use HCF and LCM using these examples. And I am using prime factorization again. I am using 2 table, 9, 3 and 3, 12, 2 table, 6, 3 and 2. Okay. So I get 18 is equal to 2 into 3 into 3 and 12 is equal to 2 into 2 into 3. The common factors are this 2 and this 3. So HCF is 2 3s are 6 and the LCM is the 6. I can just write it out and remaining numbers I have to multiply again. 2 3s are 6. 6 into 6 is 36. So these both the people, they will meet at the starting point at 36 minutes. Okay. So what do you mean? Sonia will go for 2 rounds. Within that same span of time, 36 minutes, Ravi would have gone 3 rounds. So Sonia will be here at the end of 2 rounds and Ravi will be here at the end of 3 rounds. They both will meet at the 36 minute at this point. Back again. That's it. Okay. So we have finished the second exercise of real numbers.